Hi everyone, so I am here to talk to you about some common fall pollen sources for your bees. So you can see here, this is our former oat field and we're getting ready to spread a layer of lime on it. So I wanted to show you what the field looks like at this stage. It's been 3 weeks since we harvested our oats, and because that oat is no longer there suppressing the water and the sun nutrients and the soil nutrients, this ragweed and grass has grown right up, and a lot of this is well over my knee high at this point, and the oats were about knee high and a little taller just before that in some areas depending on where we were at. Like right up in here it didn't grow real tall. In relation, you've seen the other videos, the bees are right back here. So this field is full of pollen right now. If you are familiar with fall allergies, ragweed is a real bad pollen source for people with allergies, but I learned something about the pollen that makes it real good for the bees. So he's going to be working this down after the lime is in, and we're going to put a layer of manure on it from the barn, so that'll make my dad real happy. Have the barn all cleaned out again. And then we're going to spread a layer of old hay that had been rained on over the top too. So all that will turn back into soil, and then it's going to be planted to rye. And the rye will grow, establish its roots, come back again in the spring, and then we'll have a rye crop. Basically, it's going to be planted for a cover crop. You can see way down there, this is 2 acres that was sold out of our farm a long time ago. It's solid ragweed. So right over there, you can see just a little bit of an opening between the trees where there's another house roof over there. So that's all ragweed. The ragweed is growing up along the roadside here. Not ragweed, goldenrod. So the ragweed and the goldenrod are taking off right now. So speaking of ragweed, this is ragweed before it's turning. This is ragweed. The thing that I learned recently about the ragweed is there are 10 million particles of pollen per flower. So per little flower section. Here we have some grass that's growing in this field, and the field is like half this and half this. This is chicory, and it's related to the dandelion. So this is growing along the roadsides and has been for months. So there's another pollen source. But to the goldenrod. This is the goldenrod before it's turning golden. And this is it after it opens. And all that yellow is pollen. So the air is just filled with this and providing for those bees. This is another weed that looks like a daisy. Some people think it's wild chamomile. It's actually called fleabane. And like the mare's tail or the horse's weed, it can be hard to control. So there's a lot of this and the mare's tail and horse's weed around still, which are I didn't have one of those right now. We've recently mowed the fields down. And then this is wild carrot, and some people call it Queen Anne's lace. So this is attracting mostly the small little like sweat bees, but not so much the honeybees. So these are your wildflower or weed pollen sources that make up your wildflower honey for the fall. So all of this, we went through and put supers on all of honey supers on all of the beehives yesterday. There were some splits that are growing, and now they're onto their first honey super because they have filled to capacity with bees, and so they're all set. They actually a lot of times won't produce honey for their first year for you. If you can give them drawn comb, then you are very lucky to get a super full of honey to pull off. So we use the medium supers. That'll be 60 pounds of honey by giving them the drawn comb. If they're having to use all of their efforts into drawing the comb for the entire hive, it does slow it down, and that's why a lot of times you don't get the honey. So this is your fall pollen source, everybody. Thanks for watching. Ask questions. If you need any weed identifications, I'll answer them the best I can, give a good description. We really use the internet heavily for this type of learning. I've learned more as an adult than I ever did as a child or in public school. So all this stuff gets brought into our home classroom, and the kids learn from all of it too. So happy fall, everybody. It's coming soon. We're at the end of summer. Thanks for watching. Bye-bye.